A stellar win over the Southern Jaguars, but the BCS voters are screwing us once again. It's happening yet again. Ruben Studdard-Smith with his best game this season, over 200 yards receiving, 2 tutties on 5 receptions. He was absolutely amazing today. But the BCS voters are straight hoeing us. So as you see here, we had almost 600 yards of total offense, holding Southern to under 300, 351 yards passing for us, over 200 yards rushing for us. Got to the quarterback multiple times. We had multiple turnovers. It was a complete football game. The only thing we did wrong was allow Robinson to get that long run for a touchdown after Justin Frankie Beverly Mays fumbled the football on that hard hit. But yeah, look at that, even 4 interceptions. So here's the numbers: 11 of 22 for Gerard Green, 3 tutties. And this was the first time this season we had a quarterback throw for 300 yards in the game. Justin Frankie Beverly Mays, 175 on 16 carries along with 2 tutties. Wesley Pipes Dunbar got into the end zone as well. Stone Cold Steve Austin Mason did a good job running the football when he got his carries. So Ruben Studdard-Smith with a career high 246 on 5 receptions, 2 tutties. After that, everybody else was pretty much pedestrian. Jason Rosenpaus got his big catch. Cliff Fitzpatrick could have had some more catches, but he kept dropping the ball. Dropped 2 wide open passes too, man. Cliff Fitzpatrick has been regressing as the season has been progressing. But anyway, man, let's get on to the next stat. We won't allow 1 sack, and then our defense was absolutely amazing in this game, especially Luke Rivera. 9 tackles, 8 for loss, and 3 sacks. We also had 4 INTs on the day. And on top of that, I believe we had, looks like 4 sacks, 4 INTs, and one of them went back for a pick 6. That was by Jeff Uncle Luke. Great performance overall. But here's the issue right here. We are getting screwed again. Penn State is now the #1 team in the BCS polls, followed by Alabama State, LSU, Florida, Missouri, Arizona State. I want y'all to pay attention to that top 6 specifically, because things are about to be absolutely bananas. Look at this right here. So Penn State beat Indiana, and now they got to take on Iowa. Whereas us, I believe our next opponent is now the Jackson State Tigers. So as you see here, Ruben Studdard-Smith is now our leading receiver. For a while, it's been Cliff Fitzpatrick. Justin Frankie Beverly Mays is no surprise. And Ricky Bruce Lee right now is still our top passer. Rivera and McCaleb, though, have been holding it down. Let's look at the Heisman watch list. Justin Frankie Beverly Mays, first spot. No changes right there. And then on top of that, you got second place, Courtney Johnson. He's been holding down that second place spot for a while. After that, Craig Slaughter. So 3 through 5 has pretty much been changing a lot. Joe Atkins, the running back from Texas A&M, and then Jason Davis, the quarterback from Michigan. So let's take a look at Justin Frankie Beverly Mays' numbers. So as of right now, he has 89 touchdown runs in his career. He needs 2 more to tie Justin Chambers, the man all the way from VA, 3 to pass him. And that could happen in the next game against the Jackson State Tigers. And of course, he's approaching 2,000 yards. Ruben Studdard-Smith, though, is named SWAC Offensive Player of the Week. George Holbert for Alcorn State is named Defensive Player of the Week. Dang, Holbert had 10 tackles, an INT, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. He had an amazing day versus Alabama A&M, and they won the game. My goodness. And then we see in the MEAC, Aaron Bostic, Zach Hubbard, Morgan State sweep those weekly awards. And look at the numbers on Bostic. 29 carries, 192, and a tutty along with 2 receiving touchdowns. Hubbard had a great game as well. So it's safe to say now that Texas Southern and Alabama State will be meeting in Detroit, Michigan. We only have like 2-3 weeks left in the season as far as SWAC play. But it looks like we're going to have another matchup again with those Texas Southern Tigers, dog. We was hoping we would play somebody else, but it's either been Texas Southern, Alcorn State, and Prairie View A&M. But look at the Summit. We'll take that back. The MEAC, though. Morgan State looks like they're on the verge of winning the MEAC, still undefeated in conference play. Let's look at the numbers and scores for this week. Alcorn State beat Alabama A&M by 1 point. Alcorn State is now 1 game away from bowl eligibility. Out there in Prairie View, Texas, Prairie View A&M 33-30 win over Mississippi Valley State. And now the Panthers are on a 2-game winning streak. Will they make it to bowl eligibility though? That is the main question. So let's go down to Houston, Texas. Texas Southern defeats Arkansas Pine Bluff 34-15. Vincent only missed on 6 targets, but it looks like Texas Southern started the season off at 0-1 and been on a 7-game run since. So now we go down to Daytona Beach. Bethune-Cookman pick up their 3rd win of the season over the Grambling State Tigers. Grambling State has been struggling all season, only 1 game, and now they're on a 5-game losing streak. Over at the MEAC, 3 games in action. Howard defeats Delaware State. Howard is now 1 game away from bowl eligibility. Let's go down there to Greensboro, North Carolina. So it looks like Norfolk State defeated North Carolina A&T. Turner played a great game. So did Hill. Hill had a career day. My goodness. So then we go to Orangeburg, South Carolina. And it's Morgan State defeating South Carolina State. And the Morgan State Bears right now are the only team in this league, the MEAC that is, that has gone to bowl eligibility. Aaron Bostic, you saw the numbers on him earlier. Wright, though, had a great game as well. Unfortunately for his squad, they was not able to pull off the victory. They still need 2 wins to bowl eligibility. So now we fast forward past the bye week. So the good news is we get this defensive end out of Riviera Beach, Demetrius Akadona. Big pickup for us. But unfortunately, as the team continues to get ready for the next game, we continue to get screwed by the BCS Voters. So out there in Mississippi at the reservation, Alcorn State defeats Mississippi Valley State 37-10. The Alcorn State Braves, them big bad Braves, are bowl eligible now. Bethune-Cookman beats Alabama A&M, and Bethune-Cookman's on a 2-game win streak. Cannon had a great game on defense. Look at these stats by these defensive players though. Andrews had an amazing game for the Bulldogs. Meanwhile, out there in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, UAPB defeat Prairie View A&M 29-26. And now Pine Bluff need 2 wins to get the bowl eligibility. Great game by Douglas and Reed, but unfortunately for Reed, they was not able to pull off the win. And now we got the Bayou Classic in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Southern prevails 30-22. And look at Southern though. Southern scored most of their points in the 4th quarter, in the money quarter. Byram had to come up in the clutch for them to win that game. Finally, down there in Tallahassee, Florida, we got Florida A&M beating Jackson State 45-35. The Tigers of Jackson State now sit at 1-7. And now Florida A&M are still fighting for bowl eligibility. Will they get it? Look at the numbers on Ryder though. He ran all over them cats. So, MEAC time. Hampton defeat North Carolina A&T. That's sad considering North Carolina A&T picked up their 1st win last week. And it looks like Hampton just picked up their 2nd win. So we go to Nashville. We got a critical game between Tennessee State and Howard. And Tennessee State laid an egg very badly. Howard went down to Nashville, goes back to DC with a 35-14 win. Still in the hunt to win the MEAC. And Davis had a great day. 23 of 30, 310, and 5 TDs. Wow. Up there in Dover, Delaware, we got Delaware State and South Carolina State. Delaware State comes up 1 point short. They tried to make a late run in the 4th quarter, scoring 22 points, but it was too little too late. The Bulldogs go back to Orangeburg with the win. Norfolk State and Morgan State, and this was not a good loss for the Morgan State Bears, who was undefeated up to this point in MEAC play. 26-22 win for the Norfolk State Spartans. That's a big win for them. Now they need 2 wins to get the bowl eligibility. But look at this right here. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. So at this rate, we're just getting screwed. Last week, Penn State jumped us. Now we fall to number 3. and they add LSU in the mix. So as it stands right now, LSU and Penn State will be playing each other for the national championship. But I have a feeling that it's not going to stop there. So we're getting punished for not playing, pretty much. Tony Smith, Dorian Board, Alcorn State Braves sweep the offensive and defensive SWAT players of the week. Look at Smith though, good lord, almost 500 yards passing and 4 tutties. Over at the MEAC, Wesley Moore, Ray Dole, Moore from Hampton, Dole from South Carolina State, offensive defensive players of the week, both had stellar games. Let's go back over to the MEAC after that. So Howard is back in the hunt. They need Morgan State to slip up again to win the MEAC title. Let's see what happens. So here it is. The last home game of the season, we're taking on Jackson State. By the time this video comes out, the deep dive for Road to Glory for College Football 26 will be out. So I want to hear what y'all thoughts are on that game. Are you going to buy it? Are you going to play Road to Glory? Or are you going to do Dynasty? I haven't even pre-ordered the game yet. Still debating. But thank y'all for watching. Peace.